So let's get the auction underway.
It's the Miscellaneous Podcast.
On the first cow here, who's got 55? 55 by, 55 by, no, say no, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, bit of 4, 6, bit of 4 now, 5, bit of 5 now, 4, 4, 4 now, has, 84, 4 now, 5, 5, 55, 5 and a half, bit of 5 now, quarter, half, bit of 5, 75, bit of 5 now, 75, 65 now, 75, bit of 75, sold your way, 65 and a half, 21, Rockstar 21.
The Frazzly Report is a fan podcast that covers Blizzard games. A short news report every Friday by The Awesome Gnome. You can find us at frazzlyreport.com.
Alright, so I'm going to get ready here in just a few minutes. I'm running late today. Gotta love it, right?
Yep. Hey, that's podcasting. No one ever knows except... No one knows except the editor.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing, you know?
I want to talk a little bit about your show there, Mr. Frazzly. Mr. Fraz.
Oh, yes.
So I was listening to it the other day, and there was a guy on there. I think he's from some other podcasts, like, whatever. I forgot. The name eludes me.
Lagging Balls?
Huh?
Lagging Balls?
Maybe, I guess. But here's the thing. Since I've been playing the expansion, I have had some serious issues of the game and of time to play the game and time to do everything. You guys are talking about that on the show. Let me just throw this out there, and I want your opinion on this. Do you think that there's too much now to do?
Depends on how much of a completionist you want to try to complete everything. Then absolutely, there's a lot, and I think there's more so than in Legion. But if you're someone like me who is trying to fit stuff in, I'm never going to run out of content, so it's great.
Are you already at 120 with some of your characters?
Only one, yes.
All right, is that your main?
Yes.
I have not reached 120 yet. I'm 118 on a hunter and staggering levels down because I'm finding that I'm sure you're the same. You've played all different characters. Do you ever find yourself going with one character and thinking about, oh, I could use this on the other one. Oh, I could do this ability on another one. I think this one would be better suited for this character instead of this thing. And I find myself bouncing from 4 different characters now and then play for a while, try to perfect it, try to figure out what I want to do, and then go, well, I want to do this now on another character because this character is lacking on some things that I think this might be better for.
Yes, except I told myself that I will not play an alt until I get a lot of the achievements done. So I'm keeping myself to only playing one character till I get a lot of the big meta done.
Gotcha. My problem is I can't continue on until I find the right character. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can see that because when I played a monk up till Legion launched, and then when Legion launched, I did not like how. That's why I moved to warrior. But so I understand what you mean. We had a class rebalancing, so what you were used to got taken away.
I think I like this expansion better because I'm focusing more on the characters that I have than the rating and all this other stuff, because that's not in my head frame right now. I listen to your show and I'm hearing, what was it? Last one was on was, what's her name? Silverbolt.
Oh yeah, Silverbolt and Silverbolt of CTR and then Michael of the Blue Coast.
Yeah. And they were talking in detail about how much time management they got to do now and all this other stuff. I don't have the patience for time management anymore because I work grave shift. So when it gets to time management, I get frustrated because, now I work, 2 to 3 days of the week, I work 16-hour shifts. So time management is not going to be a favorable thing for me. And, she's talking about how she has a full-time job. She has this, she has that. And I'm like, no, I totally get it. But this is a hobby to me. This is more to them, I think, than, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And as long as you can be okay with where you're at. Like, I'm okay with the fact that I won't get to do some of the great stuff. Like, I don't get to do all the raiding. I'm fine with that. I mean, because I don't want to put the time and commitment into doing that. So it's being okay with what you're playing. If you're not enjoying anything, then I think you might want to rethink stuff. But if you're enjoying it, you just can't do it all, then I think you're in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you need to enjoy the game. Otherwise, if you're not enjoying it, why play?
Nitro Herbal Energy Drink. Infused with 3 herbs and 2 vitamins to give you the best quality in a drink your body can handle. To order, call 1314-485-9294. That's 1314-485-9294.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane.
What?
Hey, you destroyed the thing.
Did anybody hear him?
You're definitely under the water, bro. Come to the surface.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you do not sound like you need us to take us to our leader. And there he goes.
All right, let's talk about the Burning Man. Who's burning?
Who's burning? Burning Man is. I went to 2 events this year where we were burning in effigy. One of them was a sanctioned event by Burning Man, which is the big, huge Burning Man event out in Arizona, where it's just straight up desert, where there is nowhere to shower up. So everybody has to have a camper. But where I was at, it was like one of them was in rural Missouri and another one was in rural Kansas. Both areas I am not too fond of, but the first one that I went to this year was the best one that I went to this year. My girlfriend had never even been camping before, so this was a new experience for her as well as me. Well, this will probably be the second time that I've been camping for pretty much anything. So with this type of event, it's an all-inclusive event, which means they accept everybody and all like shapes, sizes, sexual orientations, whatever. And what they do is they take an effigy, a wooden effigy.
Wait, are you telling me that campgrounds don't take all races and colors and sexual orientation?
Well, with this type of event, not campground, an event.
I'm still confused. Is there other events that don't do that?
Yeah, there are plenty of events that exclude people from certain things.
Are those specific events or are those?
Yes, they are specific events.
Okay, continue.
Some events aren't all inclusive, but I mean, and they have to be out of safety reasons.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what the one I went to earlier was out in like rural Missouri, and it was a bunch of people from St. Louis and other surrounding areas, which was, and it turned out to be really cool. We didn't have like the showers were really kind of these little, like, I want to say it was an outdoor shower. So like people were walking around nude. There were kids there because they have a certain type of like philosophy that they follow at this particular camp. And I kind of stand by it. I mean, if you raise kids right, they won't have to be abhorrent to a person's body.
A nipple!
Exactly. Because that's just plain fucked up. We put up our tents, participated in like different camps where they like had arts and crafts and like you could make your own like camp like logo and stuff. We started fires up. There was cooking fires everywhere. Everybody was cool with each other. It was like a good 300 to 400 people. Like we had classes on like certain things and like, because Burning Man event also it opens itself to like sexuality, drugs, and all types of junk. So, there's like certain like 10 principles that everybody should follow. I don't know them by heart, but I mean, it's like, they're pretty well thought out and pretty concise as to what you would. It's just basically treat people the way you want to be treated. and it's all inclusive except when it comes to things like racism and like sexism and things like that. They don't allow shit like that. And we shouldn't allow shit like that too, because there are other events like the one in Kansas that pissed me off hella hard. But back to what I was saying. But I mean, like, if you guys have any questions about it, like, I'm definitely open to talking about that sort of thing. But we had a really good time, and like they had a river, which was like I'll say around the corner you can get like we had like a little ride over there, and then some people would bathe in the river because I mean the showers weren't really showers. But I mean, hey, you out there camping, makes sense. So I mean, like, I can open the floor up, but yeah.
The place I went to was a little different. It's a resort, so you have showers and bathrooms.
Burning Man events are never at resorts.
I know. I've been to Burning Man events. I've been to tons of different things in my youth that are very similar to these things. That's why I was giving you shit, because I'm like, I have no clue why you started going on a tyrant about all that shit.
Well, you asked me about an event. You asked me about events and events as a whole. Some events don't actually include everybody, which is why I decided to explain it. And they do that out of safety.
Not these kind of events. These kind of events are just, you go, you pay, you get to do your thing. You're talking about like specific events.
And that's why I said specific events.
Now, Burning Man's pretty much, you could go there and not care about what the shit is, just watch the beautiful fireworks go, you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's why I kind of was getting a little static. Like,
there's a little thing there where, like, it was like there was this place called Hate Dome where instead of everybody being nice to you, they would all just say the most hurtful, hateful shit outside of like sexism, shit like that. But yeah, and they had this 5 gallons of dill pickles. And there was also a BDSM event going on at the camp. It was like around 1 a.m. And I had like all of these pickles in my hand.
And there were kids there?
At 1 a.m.? Would your kids be up at 1 a.m.?
I don't know.
That's why I prefaced it with 1 a.m. And they do have 18 plus. So most of the time, kids are asleep by this point.
I just want to make sure, because in the beginning you think about nudity and sexuality and some kind of events and blah, blah, blah. And then you said, and kids are all around. So I just wanted to make sure that BDSM was not going on with kids.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if kids learn things correctly and at the right pace, we wouldn't have such stigma towards everything in society. So when it came to kids being around, they were only around and up because they were like maybe about, I'll say the oldest kid there was like, I'll say 10. So most of them were asleep around 1 a.m. So they didn't see any of that, which would be responsible parenting. You know, obviously, right? I had to break that down. My bad.
Depends on the argument. We could be arguing about something else, and then you feel like you have to go through the steps of good parenting. So, yeah.
But that was the first. That was the first event. Now the second one was the one I got really pissed off at. As I cut this onion.
Oh, tell me more.
So, like, what happened with that event was that they, when we first got to the camp, we heard that there was a Confederate flag that was burned. And as much people were like, that's vandalism, that sucks, that shouldn't have happened. I was like, oh, more power to them, shit. And people were like, no, Rodney, that's vandalism. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's the Confederate flag. Burn that shit every time. So the next day, we didn't. There was like nothing heard about anything about the flag, and then the third day, mid-second day, it was raised again, and I immediately got pissed off and talked to the people about it, and they told us that the owner meant to take it down, so they'll be taking it down later. By the third day, the flag had not been taken down. And in fact, the owner of the land's husband's biker buddies said that the flag should not be taken down at all. So when we left, I talked to the people of the event and the community that was around there, and everybody sided with them being able to fly the flag. And that's when I got immediately pissed off because it's public property over it's property over public safety. And of course, no one understood, and it makes sense that no one understood because, well, I was only one of the 3 black people there. So of course there was a lot of, what? I didn't think it was racist.
You said property over public safety? What does that mean?
What do you
Please elaborate.
You want me to elaborate about what the flag can represent?
No, you said property.
Yeah, because
over
it's property,
public
because
safety.
Right, because we're on private property, and there was a Confederate memorial.
Again, I don't understand where the public safety comes. Can you explain it a little bit more?
The Confederate flag is a call to action against black people.
Wait, are you saying it only means that? The flag only means that?
You don't get to pick and choose what the flag means. During that time period, the flag was representative of the enslavement and derogatory means of black people. You don't get to choose that it's a memorial.
So I just want to clarify that you're saying that the flag only means that, and there is no choice, but the flag only meaning that.
Correct.
I just want to make sure, because when you said public safety, I didn't know what you meant by that.
Well, I would be considered
there was
the
going to be
public.
a riot or something?
No, but I would be considered the public.
So, okay, so you're saying you felt unsafe because you saw a rebel flag.
Exactly.
Okay, now I understand what you're saying.
Plus, also, there were kids there, too. And I feel like...
And the rebel flag would attack them? I'm still concerned. The kids there.
Of course you are.
What do you mean about the kids?
I'm about to explain.
All right, cool.
So the thing about it is people don't know how to act. People do not know how to act. White people specifically. When you see something like the rebel flag flying around and you see a black person there, somewhere in someone's mind, they're like, oh, this must be okay then. And then there comes the jokes. And then it comes the well, actually people who are always like, well, they're not doing it for racism. They're doing it for a memorial. You don't get to choose. Like I said, you don't get to choose because we didn't get to choose what it was for. And with that thought in mind, you're teaching kids that it is okay. That's not cool.
Okay.
All good.
Well, I mean, I needed to know what your opinion was on that. Because to me, it just didn't make sense at first. I needed to know what you meant by it, the context, all that other good jazz.
All good. So, the community decided that they would profess that I was playing a victim. Apparently, the flag makes me a victim. And with that in mind, we decided to say a lot of people from St. Louis Burner community came in and helped defend me. But at the end, we all decided that was not where we were at, was not a burn. And we all decided that we were never coming back to that place again.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good solution to it. Just don't go back there.
Well, it was more that, and I decided that I was going to point out the problem with it, to give them a chance to see if they would turn that around. But they decided to ban me, and but they didn't ban the guy that burned the flag, nor did they ban the guy who was jerking off in front of the kids area.
Whoa, you didn't mention that part in the beginning when I said, what about the kids and all the BDSM and shit like that?
Because that wasn't occurring. Like I told you, when the BDSM events happened, they were at 1 a.m. when there were no kids around.
I'm making a point about
right, but I'm saying
when you first said nudity and all this other stuff, this opens the door for pederasses.
Right. But like I said,
but good parenting stops that, right?
What, pedophilia? Well, no, I see what you're doing. You're conflating what I'm saying. But
what I'm saying is...
Right, because when I told you that these events were at 1 a.m., you're conflating and concentrating, hyper-focusing.
No, you're picking out the one thing I said. What I'm saying is from the overall get-go, I said, whoa, when you started saying about the nudity in the very beginning.
Which is you
So it's
picking
not
up
about
what I
the
said.
BDSM. It's about everything together.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What do you mean? And why are you laughing? I don't understand. Because I'm making a point about the fact that you told about this thing and you started off this entire conversation with something that you were not happy about and that people were, should be expressing themselves, and that events are all, most events in this world are selective on who they bring and not. And then you turned it into this, and I'm trying to put my head around understanding what you're saying. And then you tell me a dude's jerking off in front of kids.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, there we go.
Well, okay, so let me tell you, because obviously you are trying to extrapolate from one or two things that I said when you obviously did not hear the entire conversation of what I just said, that good parenting, your kids are asleep by 1 a.m. And I said that. And I prefaced that entire...
Yeah, for the BDM thing. But then when did the guy jerk off?
That ain't what I said. Stop. That is not what I said. When I said that there were BDSM events happening, I said 1 a.m. You interrupted me when I said 1 a.m. If you don't believe that you interrupted me, rewind the fucking tape.
No, I interrupted you. I did. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that you said 1 a.m. I'm not arguing that.
I know that. But you missed that point because I went into most kids are asleep. The kids that were at the camp were all asleep by 10 o'clock. So there were no kids running around at 1 a.m. And I also said that there are certain camps that are 18 plus. So you couldn't get in there without being 18 or up.
Okay. So
hold on.
let me stop.
I'm not done yet.
I'm done with this.
Well,
so let me stop.
You can be done with it.
What I'm saying
let that rhetoric continue. Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay, fine.
Don't hang up yet. Just let me say what I want to say. So you said 18 or older camps that kids cannot get into.
Right.
Okay. That nullifies the BDSM, that nullifies all the other stuff.
Well, I mean, like, there's
right?
I want to get into...
So that makes you right that I was wrong.
No.
You were understanding that I was saying that they're all inclusive, but they're not.
That's okay.
You said there are camps that are made that are 18 or older that kids can't get into.
Once again, you are conflating when I said events as opposed to camps. Now, let me be specific here. When I said events, I am thinking of the word events overall, not specifically Burning Man events. But there are events, period, not at Burning Man, but just events as a social construct where people come together. There are certain events that exclude certain ideologies and people out of safety. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And that's
what
are
you talking about, the dude that got caught jerking off?
So I'm about to explain that. The fucked up part is somebody saw it and didn't report it. And so what happened was that when I was in Kansas, the one that I got pissed off at, apparently somebody had saw a guy jerking off near the kids' camp. Now, he wasn't jerking off at the kids per se, but he was near the kids' camp. Kids don't need to see that. Just like...
So, when you said camp, do you mean event or camp?
No, I mean camp, because I would say camping, I would say event at Burning Man specifically.
Okay.
So no, it's all good. I just needed to go into it further so you would understand. So
okay,
they decided to ban me because I spoke out against what they were doing, and they did not ban the guy who jerked off in front of the kids' camp, nor did they ban the guy who burned the flag.
Okay. Why did you get banned? Were you because you're protesting against it? Or talking out against it?
I was talking out against what they were doing.
About it, then you could have stayed there. I don't know how that works with the jerking off guy and the because they didn't get caught, right? They didn't look into it.
Somebody brought it up after the event was done, and when they spoke out about it, it was totally fine. and that guy did not get banned. But I did because
But that was
I
at
got
the
spoken
end
up.
of the event, right?
What? No, when they brought it up, it was at the end of the event.
About the dude jerking off in front of the kids.
Right, because apparently nobody had any idea, and then someone saw it and then waited to bring it to the attention of everybody.
Okay, but you're questioning why you got banned while you were protesting during the time?
Oh, no, I'm not questioning. I've talked to these fuckers. I know exactly why I got banned.
Okay. But it wasn't like your protesting was brought up at the end, like the jerking off guy, right? I'm trying to understand everything because it just feels like it's like I need a sequence of events. And I was trying to get that.
When I told you that it had happened, I talked to them about it during that time that I saw it. Afterwards, I brought it up again because people acted like they didn't care.
Oh, so you saw the dude do it?
No, I've explained that I saw the flag there.
Oh,
man.
the flag. Okay.
I don't know how many times I had to say that I saw the flag.
And then they did. Okay, no, I get that. I understand where you're like, dude, this guy burned a flag. I'm protesting against a flag, and you're kicking me out. I got it.
Exactly.
Where did the jerk off kid come and play?
Wait, they didn't kick me out. When I brought it up again, what happened, because everybody was on the surface going, it's totally fine. We'll get them to take it down. They didn't do anything. No one did anything about it.
Gotcha. Because it's private property. Is that what they're saying?
No, because somebody else decided that it should stay up. So they went ahead with the other person's idea, when it's wrong, because with that event they told us that they would be taken down.
Okay.
So I went from having a great time and stuff
To having a miserable time.
to
Yeah.
being miserable and just kind of weary at night because these events are out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, what if there's a KKK meeting going on the opposite side of the river and they hear this type of shit? Like, what's to stop them from coming over here to just shoot us all up? I think about shit like that.
How many of these burning events have you been to?
2 and only 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I plan to go on two of them next year. One is the one I went to earlier this year, and the other one is supposedly by Fort Leonard Wood, but it's all the same people. So hell yeah, I'm going to that one.
All right, cool. Well, I'm sorry you had a bad time.
Oh no, it's all good. Like, it's out of my mind. I'm not going back to that spot. Everybody's from certain people from that event and the STL community and burning people in general that went to the Arizona clique from different communities. People have understood and talked to me and stuff. And, I've gotten a better sense of community from them than I did from Kansas. So it's all good.
The stuff I went to, that's why I had questions, because the stuff I went to when I was younger, when you start saying this and that, I'm like, what?
Yeah, the biggest thing that pissed me off was the fact that everybody pretty much ignored the flag, but everybody that was white ignored the flag because it doesn't affect them as much as it affects us. Because it's the Confederate flag. It doesn't affect people as much as it affects black people. So when we see it, it's like it's there, it's right there. It gives you the feeling of the enemy. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Oh, it just feels like this is the adversary right here in front of me. It's not like somebody that you argue with at school or something like that. No. This is the real enemy right here. And that's all I was looking at throughout that entire weekend. And people are like, well, you should, it's not this, it's not that. You can't tell black people how to feel about the Confederate flag. You really can't. But people try. Because if they don't...
I'm not telling anybody how to feel for anything. I just better grasp of what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly, and that's why I went into it. But I'm saying, there was so much that was dude, I was seeing red that day when I was arguing with them. I was seeing red. It was terrible. that day. I hadn't been that mad in like since I was a child. So hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Man, this shit finna be so fucking good. I love Noodles and Company.
Did you post a picture or anything?
Oh, I will. This shit finna be so damn good. Right now I'm just mincing garlic because I gotta make a sauce. Oh my god, let me shut the fuck up.
Hungry.
Yo, we need to go see The Nun, and we need to talk about this Scott Pilgrim movie. Well, the funny jet is still underwater, so...
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, this has been a fun show. Very interesting.
Good night, everybody.
Good Night by the KRLSTL. So, Paulie, may I do a Night Vale proverb?
Yeah.
This one comes from episode 16, The Phone Call. If you said you had a beautiful body, would it even matter because we are so insignificant in this vast, incomprehensible universe? Question mark.
Good time. That's a deep one right there.
We are so insignificant. Oh no. All right, I'll see you guys later.
See you
I gotta
later.
get to sleep because some of us have to fucking work.
I just want to, before I get going, I just want to kind of just tell you that's the kind of style that I am when I start getting, I guess, debative with people.
I've noticed.
'Cause I will stop you and ask you questions on what you just said and try to understand where you're coming from, but I'll do it in a way like that. So, and it was fun because it felt comfortable to me. I didn't feel any bit like I was pissing you off or anything that would ruin a friendship or anything. I just, it just felt natural. So I just kept going with it. But if you did you feel any like weirdness from it?
Not really. Just more of like,
Okay, good.
I just didn't want to like pivot so much and let people get away with saying one thing, leaving that topic open, for whatever, and then like trying to conflate things with what I'm saying, because I was like, hold on, let me really get in there so our viewers can also understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and we got to that point. And when it gets edited, it's not going to be so sloppy like I was handling.
All good. Okay.
You're fine.
Oh no, you're fine. That's fair.